Well, most of us know the holidays are about a whole lot more than the gifts and the food and the me, what I want.
That's right. I just had this conversation yesterday. But how do you help young kids get it? This morning, we've got motivational speaker Michael McGill Jr. back with us with some tips to help kids reflect and appreciate the holidays. Good to see you again, Michael.
Good morning, team. You're just so beautiful, so vibrant with all of the good energy. From what was yesterday? Not Thankful Tuesday. What was yesterday? Give Tuesday?
Yeah, Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday.
Yeah.
Giving Tuesday.
Well, being grateful is, this time of year, is we all feel it. And sometimes our kids, as we talked about, they're all about themselves from the young age, a bit teenagers. Just in general, where does this gratefulness come from, and how can we help our kids feel grateful this time of year?
Well, as caregivers, I really believe that gratefulness, it begins at home, and especially with my godson, I'm very big on working with him on the language of being grateful. So when I do things for him, what's his appropriate response? So really helping him be grateful. But again, as parents, we are the first person in our children's lives to teach them and to model appropriate behavior. So when we're out shopping, how do we say thank you? When we're out doing things, do we show our appreciation to our kids, even when they make us, those little bitty mugs and stuff? How grateful and appreciative are we of them? Because again, we model the behavior for the babies.
And we're appreciative of each other.
Absolutely.
As well,
yes.
as parents in the house.
And they must see that, especially if you're in a two-parent household, they've got to see those interactions because that models the stage for them, how they'll interact.
Okay, you also suggest volunteer projects, service projects.
Yes. In college is what we call service learning projects. And service learning simply means that you get a group of them together. Actually, it was crazy. I was watching it, and research really shows that the more they are inclined with their peers, the more inclined they are to do good service projects and actually be thankful for them. And so what you do is what I do, at least. I'm in my godson's business all the time. And so I connect with his peers. I hope so. I connect with his peers, and I guess they tend to, the kids like me. I don't know why, but I connect with their families, and I say, okay, hey, what can we do together as a service project? And so for once, we went to a homeless shelter and gave and donated. We did, because I'm very big on time. Not just money, but time is so valuable. You can't get that back. And so doing projects like that, being the parent that's champion, hey, let's all get together, do something good, and go out and let them serve. And let them serve together.
Giving of our time. That is
giving
really...
86,400 seconds, and you don't get those back. You don't get them back.
I like that. Consider family traditions. What do you mean by that, Michael?
Well, in terms of families, as I said before, time is so critical, but as a family tradition, what about having nuances where the family, maybe each kid gives a gift away for Christmas? Because again, we really believe that Christmas is about me, Santa Claus is coming to town for me, Rudolph is here to save me. No, it's about what do you give and how do you serve and how do you help people? That's really what the holidays were created for. And so as parents, if we show that, hey, during this holiday, our tradition will be, that we go out and we serve, we go out and we sing, we go, whatever your passion is, go do it and serve. But again, I'm very big on having kids give a gift away because they can be some narcissistic little crumb snatchers. They can snatch some crumbs. And so to get them to not snatch so many crumbs, take some crumbs away and make them give them away. I'm serious.
I love it. In our country, so many of us are so fortunate, and so many of our kids are so fortunate.
Yes.
But you also suggest really discussing world events and letting them know, we're so lucky for what we have and what we're able to buy and things like that, but that helps
and
them
when I
too.
say world events, I mean events that are all across the world. So looking at it, again, this may be touchy, but the issues that are happening in Ferguson. And the thing about it with adults and with kids is that we are very quick to push our biases among them, and we don't want to do that. Don't do it. What you want to do is you want to guide their learning. You want to make them, you want to have them be what we call open-minded learners, critical thinkers, people of open caliber minds. And so what you do is you have conversations about world events, and you ask them their thoughts, their ideas, their ideals, and you see what their peers are thinking. And then the more you open up their brains and their minds, the more they begin to decide, what cause do I want to stand for? Whether for me it's human trafficking, it's young people, whatever it may be, what's your cause? Racial inequity, things, oppression of economics. What is your cause? If it's hunger, whatever it may be, and then you push them and you let them serve in that area. But remember, as parents, we are to guide, not control, but to guide. And that's the hardest part, at least for me. I want to see a cell phone and go through. No. But it's to guide, not to control.
All right, lastly here, we're almost out of time, Michael, but what about teens?
Yes, teenagers. The thing about teenagers is that sometimes they feel so underappreciated, undervalued, misused, abused. Teenagers are just so in their feelings.
Misunderstood.
They're just misunderstood. And they're a bit narcissistic. And so for teenagers, they want to know that they're appreciated. So what you do is you have those critical conversations, and then you praise them when they do something good, when they do something well, when they do decide to volunteer, praise them. It's a formula that I use. It's called give praise. So again, for every one thing negative you talk about, give 3 positive things. Praise them and make it a continual behavior. And again, guide the conversation for me instead of saying things like, "Oh, you're so selfish. You should volunteer." What I'm trying to relanguage and say is, "Hey, I know you have a good heart, and I know you like to serve. Would you like to serve today?" So you see how I'm just trying to model and read, and I'm very guilty of saying, "Why would you do that? You shouldn't be so selfish." No. The key word, Kansas City, relanguage, and model that conversation so that they can be agents of change and servers.
Oh,
you
great
are
ideas.
awesome.
Thank you.
Great to see you again, Michael.
It's great to see you all.
Terrific ideas.
Thank you.
If you'd like more information and have a question for Michael, find him online at McGillspeaks.com. He's also on Facebook and on Twitter. Great to see you. Thanks again.
Great. Thank you.